sometimes, because I spend hideously long hours in the studio, I work every day, and it's not fun, it's not creative, and that component is really, really small. It's just like really painful and dirty and like mind-numbingly boring at times, because I'm a like freak for getting it just a certain way. And I don't mind doing the work because I'm able to hold, you know, the end in my head, and also it's given me a lot of time to just kind of be. It's almost like a meditation at times. But what I do need is, okay, so I'm a little bit going sideways, but there's two thoughts here, so I'll just go with one and then the other. How's that? Okay. So sometimes the inspiration for a piece, it just comes when I'm working, when I'm in process. I mean, that's the thing that, you know, it just comes. You have to be in the studio all the time. That's what I found, and that's what I do. That's what I love. So serendipitous occurrences, you know, and I've found that sometimes you'll think a thing is broken, and I've learned just to leave that thing alone and then come back and look with a fresh eye, because it may not be a broken piece, it may be like a whole new inspiration for something, and that's happened quite a few times. The other thing is that being in the studio for those long hours is that, like, we know that you know, music changes our brainwave pattern, and because, you know, when I'm at like hour 10, 12, 14, I need something to give me that energy to keep going, and sometimes I just need to get into the right headspace too. Like, I find it really hard to get into the zone that I need to get into, so I go through like copious amounts of music. I've got the computer in there is loaded full of all kinds of different music. The only thing I don't listen to really is classical music. Sorry, classical music fans, and most country, although I love Birgit Piskor, so yeah. But like particular things, like there's not an example in the house at the moment, they're just outside in the studio, but I've been working on these pieces where I'll build the initial form the way that I normally do, and then as a final texture treatment, I'll add 2 layers of pigmented concrete, and at the moment I'm using like a charcoal black layer and then a white layer over top of that. And then I have a certain window, it's a very, very narrow window when the concrete has set enough but not too much, where I just start working it with whatever tools I can find lying around in there. And because I have such a short time to do that, I need the right kind of music to get me into that space. And so I found that Afrobeat is really the best kind of music. It's got that energy, that drive, and that just like amazing sound. And because I have to let go, like I found that if I try to guide the process, if I have too much of a finished thing in mind, I can't get there. I need to, it's about letting go, you know, it's about something, it feels like something other is guiding the process, right? So it helps me get into that space. And actually the last one that I worked on, not only did I have the music and I was a little bit struggling to get in the zone, but then I got there and then I closed my eyes. And that was very cool. I mean, not for the whole thing obviously, but at certain points I just closed my eyes and let it happen, and it was just so amazing. I love that piece, and I love the texture that I was able to create as a result of that. Right, so I just wanted to say again that each of my pieces is hand-built. I don't do any mold making and casting. I feel a reluctance to do that sort of thing because there's this huge trend in our society to, you know, just mass produce everything because we want to buy cheap. And I love building things with my hands, and I want each piece to be a unique, custom piece, one of a kind. And to that end, each piece also has a custom designed metal signature and a certificate of authenticity that goes with it to ensure that it is an original Birgit Piskor fine sculpture. Ta-da! And I am open by appointment, so just give a shout, and I have appointment hours that I keep.